Wait. Before you say anything, I know what you are thinking. You're thinking it's too expensive, and I'm going to show you exactly what I say when someone says that to me. But first, imagine this. You are on a call, the person on the other end is perfect for your program. They need what you have, they can clearly afford it as well, and then they say it, I need to think about it, and you just let them go. That is 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh walking out of your life. Not because your offer was bad, but because you didn't know what to say. I have been over more than 1000 plus sales calls. I have closed clients at 1 lakh, 3 lakh, even 6 lakh on a single phone call. And today I'm going to give you the exact framework I used word for word, line for line. Stay till the end because the objection handling section alone made my clients lakhs of rupees. What's up everyone? If you are here, my name is Darshit and I help coaches, trainers and service-based business owners scale to 10 lakhs a month. I have personally worked with more than 400 clients so far, and one skill that changed everything for me and for them was learning how to close on the phone. Now, here's what people get wrong about sales. They think it's about being pushy, about tricks, and about NLP and manipulation. It's not. The best sales calls I have ever been felt like a doctor's appointment. The prospect did most of the talk. I just asked the right questions and showed them the path. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through my 6 phases closing framework, which I call the KSGM sales system. I'll give you the exact question, the exact translation, and the exact word I use when someone says it's too expensive and I need to think about it. Let's get into it. Phase 1 is rapport and framing setting. And this phase, most people skip it or rush it. That's a huge mistake. Here's what you need to understand before you can sell anything. The person on the other side needs to feel safe. They need to feel like you're talking to an expert, not a salesperson. And the fastest way to do that is to set the frame of the call within first 60 seconds. Here's exactly how I do. The moment call starts, after a quick warm-up greetings, I say this: awesome, great to connect with you. Before we dive into, let me give you a quick heads up upon how this call goes, like how this call will go ahead. I'm going to ask you some questions about you and your business, about your goals. Once I understand your problem, once you see I'm a good fit and I see you're a good fit, I will exactly offer you something that can eventually and genuinely help you grow your business. Right? And then we both decide if it makes sense or working together, or does that work for you or not. Simple, right? Now here, why that one paragraph is so powerful. Number 1, you took control. You told them that how the call is going to go. That means you are the authority on the call, not them. Number 2, you said we'll both decide. So it doesn't feel like a pressure. It feels like a conversation between equals. Number 3, they said yes. And the first micro yes is the first domino in a chain of yeses. In sales, momentum matters. Get them saying yes early, even to small things, and they become conditioned to agree with you as well. The more they say yes, the more options and the more chances are to close that deal. And do not skip this small talk entirely. Spend at least 60 to 90 seconds genuine human connection, because where are they from, maybe what are they working on, or show some real curiosity. Simple as that, right? People buy from people they like, so give them a reason to like you before you ask them anything serious. Now, phase 2 is what I call the current situation phase. And your one job here is to understand deeply where they are right now, not surface level. Okay, not, oh, I'm making 2 lakhs a month, deep, something like that. Phase 2 is what I call the current situation phase. And your one job here is to understand deeply where they are right now, not just surface level how much they are making or not, right? Because here's the truth about high ticket sales, that people don't buy your program, they buy the escape of their current situation. Everybody is having their current situation and everybody is having their desired situation. You just need to figure out the gap in between. So your job is to make that pain real and vivid, not by being manipulative or by asking questions that make them articulated, right? So here are the exact questions I ask. First, walk me through your business right now. What does a normal month look like their revenue, their clients, their team, how much they are able to do that, right? So figuring out their current situation in their business and in their life, right? And second, what is the major bottleneck holding their growth back right now? What is the challenge that they are facing now? And third, this is one of the underrated, that is, how long have you been dealing with this problem? Because if they are dealing with this problem for many months, that is more chances of getting them close, because they are facing this problem and that is too urgent right now, right? So why is that question powerful? Because if they say 6 months or a year, you have just established, right? And that they have been suffering for a long time and haven't fixed it alone. So that matters later, right? And fourth, what have you already tried to fix it? Like what plans did you apply, or what things that you have already done that to fix that problem? Because what happened when you tried that, even if they have tried that, what exactly they have got result? And the question does two things. It tells you what hasn't worked, so you don't accidentally recommend the same things, right? And it shows them that they have already spent time, energy, money, resources, everything, and still haven't solved it yet. That increases urgency. And now this is the critical. Once they answer these questions, I repeat their situation back to them word by word. So let me make sure I have got this right. You currently doing 2 lakhs a month. You have been in this stage for about a year. The biggest problem is not getting consistent client, and the biggest problem is like you are getting clients just through referrals, but you don't have a consistent system to generate leads for your own business. You tried running ads, you tried doing outbound, but you didn't get results. Is that right? And when they say yes, exactly, their guard goes down completely because they feel understood. That's the foundation of the close. You just repeat what they say. Okay, so now they have told you where they are. Phase 3 about where they want to go, and this is the emotional core of their entire call. Here's the principle I want you to write down. The size of the sale is determined by the size of the emotional gap between their current situation and their dream, their desired situation. The bigger the gap, the easier to close. So your job as a closer is to make the dream as vivid, as emotional, loaded as possible. Here's how. Question 1. If we completely solve this in the next 3 months, what does your business look like? What does your life look like? Let them talk, don't interrupt. Let them paint the picture. Question 2. What revenue number would feel like a real breakthrough of you? What exactly they want as per goal, right? They have to be very specific. Get a specific number like 5 lakh, 10 lakh, then great. That number become your target and your of course reference, right? So you'll reference it through the rest of the call, because that is what they want to reach, their dream life, their dream number, their dream current desired situation. And question 3, this is the deep one. Beyond the money, what does hitting the number actually gives you in your day-to-day life? A lot of people come over me, they even told that I'll go broke, I'll commit suicide. So maybe they say freedom, time with family, respect, proving something to themselves, whatever they say. This is the real buying motivation. Keep that like in your back pocket. Simple as that. Question 4, and this one create very urgency. What happens if nothing changes in the next 2 years? How would that feel? Let them sit with that, because who speaks first loses first. I have said after asking this question, like, where should we go from here? And how would that feel if nothing changes? Just let them speak, okay? Because who speaks first loses first. And then don't rush to fill the silence. The silence is working for you. They are thinking about the cost of staying exactly where they are. The gap. This is the phase most sales trainers leave out. And it's the one that eliminates the most of the objections before they ever come up. Phase 4 is called the gap. And your question here is basically, why haven't you fixed this yourself? Why you haven't tried? Like, what is the plan? But here's how you phrase it, that you know where you are right now, you know where you want to go. My honest question is, why haven't you been able to close that gap on your own? Like, why haven't you solved this problem on your own? And then listen. Most people will say one thing, 3 things. It is a knowledge problem, you don't know what to do. It is a time problem, you know what to do, but you can't execute. Or it is an accountability problem. You start but don't finish. Whatever they say, you can address in your offer, because now you know their core pain problem of your customer. If it's knowledge, you give them the system. If it's the time, you give them the done for you assets or templates. Simple. If it's accountability, you give them one-on-one calls and community. But the real magic of this question is, by the time they have answered it, they have told you and themselves that they cannot solve this alone, which means only logic next step is getting your help. Okay, this is where most people get nervous. The offer, the price, the moment of truth. But if you have done phase 1 through 4 correctly, the offer should feel like one of the obvious next step, not a pitch, a prescription. Here's how I translate. Based on everything what you have told me, the problem you are facing right now, where you want to go, and the facts that you haven't been able to close that gap alone, here's exactly what I think needs to happen for you. Then I present them what I call a 3-pillar plan: mindset, acquisition, and operation. I explain each one briefly, not in feature terms, but in outcome terms. In like next 3 months, we'll be able to fix your client acquisition, helping you reach your goal. So you always know where the next client is coming from. No more paying for referrals. Simple as that. And now the pricing part. Here's the rule. Never say the price before anchoring of the value of the outcome. Here's how I do it. It's like, you told me your target is to 10 lakh a month. That's 1.2 crore a year. My role is to get you there in 3 months. So if I charge 10% of that yearly value, that is 12 lakh. But I'm not gonna charge you that, because you are not making that much right now. Because you are taking action today, the investment is 3 lakh. Split it into 3 monthly payment, that is 1 lakh each month. You see what happens there. We started at 12 lakhs and landed in 3 lakhs. Psychologically, 3 lakh now feels like a discount. That's anchoring. Then I add bonuses, but with intentions. Each bonus has to directly address a root cause they mention. If they said lead are a problem, give them a lead generation template. If they said credibility is an issue, give them the access to your network. Every bonus must feel like it was made for them specifically. And then I ask commitment checks on a scale of 1 to 10. How sure are you that this is the right move for your business right now? Most of the people say 10 or 9 or 8 somewhere. You close them. And if they say 6, 7, 5, you ask, what would make it a 10? And then they will tell you their objection. You didn't have to wait for it. You ask for it. This is the section I promise you at the start, the objection handling, right? And if you implement this section, it will change your closing rate immediately. First, mindset shift. An objection is not a no. An objection is a question they don't know how to ask. It means they are interested but somewhat scared. Your job is to find out what they are actually scared of. My response is, I hear you. Too expensive compared to what? Then I say, let me ask you, If you stay exactly where you are right now for the next 12 months, what does the cost for you? In lost revenue, lost time, lost opportunities, because that's the real price of not doing this. Most people have never thought about the cost of inaction. When they do, the price of the program suddenly feels small. Objection 2, I need to think about it. And this is never about thinking, it's always about fear. So I say absolutely, I want you to feel confident. What specifically do you need to think through? Let's talk about it. That's exactly this call is for. Because if you push too hard, it will be, of course, no for them. But push gently, they will reveal their real objections, usually money or a doubt. And objection 3, I need to talk to my partner's spouse. And this is what you do before the sales call as well, over a discovery call. Are you a decision maker? You figure out their current situation. And I say, of course, I respect that, of course. Can we get them on a quick call right now? I want to make sure that they have the full picture to make the best decision. If they say yes, great. Right. If they say no, then the partner usually isn't the real objection. Ask again, is that there's something specific that you're unsure about what we haven't covered yet? Objection 4, I am not sure that it will work for me. And this is the trust problem. I say, tell me more about what makes you unsure, because what you have described, repeat their current situation again. Right, is precisely who this was built for. And let me know if someone with a very similar situation and what happened for them, then give a specific case study as well. That this is what exactly happened with my ex-client and this is what we have scaled through it. Once objections are handled, you close directly, confident, no dragging it out. And here's what I want you to do, because pay the 1 lakh installment today and we'll get started immediately. I'll send you the onboarding materials tonight and we'll schedule your first call this week. Every day you wait is another day you are at your current situation. Are you ready to change that? Then silence. Do not speak. Whoever speaks first loses first. Let them respond. Let's recap what we have covered. So phase 1, rapport and framing. Control the call from second 1. Phase 2, current situation. Surface the pain, get them to say it out loud. Phase 3 is desired situation. Make them dream vivid and emotionally real. Phase 4 is the gap. Get them to admit they can't fix it alone. Phase 5 is the offer. Anchor the value before saying the price. And phase 6 is objection, to close every objection, because every objection is a question. Answer it and close. Simple as that. Now look, I can give you the script, but the script alone won't close client. What closes client is a repetition. Go on 10 calls with the framework, then 20, then 50, and start increasing. Start making more calls. Each time you'll start getting better and you'll make your own script as well. You'll know when to pause, when to go silent to do the work. If you want my direct help building into the business, then there is a call booking link. You can just book a call. I work with very small number of people every month, and if you are a coach or a trainer doing 1 to 5 lakhs a month who want to get to 10, and you just can book a call. Let's talk. Yeah, if this video helped you, subscribe, because I post framework like this every week. Drop a comment below and tell me which phase is your biggest challenge right now. I will read every comment and I will reply. See you in the next video. Till then, Jai Hind.